It's a unique movie starring a number of hot stars, but before they were hot, I mean they were hot in one obvious sense, but not yet in a show business way. It didn't go that well at the box office, but is probably the best romantic comedy / crime drama you'll ever see. It's Out of Sight. "1998's Out of Sight" was directed by Steven Soderberg. It is about a serial bank robber and a US Marshal who fall for each other. The film starred George Clooney, a popular TV star at the time, but also an unpopular movie actor as the career criminal Jack Foley.
You be a good girl now, I'm gonna open up the Hey, now you're putting holes in your car.
And Jennifer Lopez as US Marshal Karen Sisco.
You wanted to tussle. We tussled.
Based on an Elmore Leonard story, Out of Sight is possibly Jennifer Lopez's best role, possibly the last time she was not the biggest star in a film, and based on recent photos, probably the last time she ate carbs. Of course, her music career took off shortly after this film's release, and then it was all about J-Lo. Clooney had come from TV, appearing in various roles before becoming one of the stars of ER in the mid-90s. He left the series to try his hand in the movies, most of which weren't particularly memorable, apart from one role that was memorable for all the wrong reasons. Out of Sight was another one of those misses until Soderberg, hot off his 2000 hit Erin Brockovich, put Clooney in Ocean's 11, playing almost exactly the same character as Out of Sight, except Ocean's 11 was a hit that spawned a number of sequels, while Out of Sight only gave us a short-lived TV spin-off with Carla Gugino as Karen Sisco. Out of Sight tells a fairly simple story of Foley escaping from a Florida prison in order to make one big score, but inadvertently ends up in the trunk of a getaway car with Karen Sisco.
I go back, I do 30 years, no time off. Can you imagine looking at that?
I don't have to. I don't rob banks.
The two share a moment, talking about movies in a scene that's either laden with sexual tension or has you recoiling in horror when you realise Foley is covered in shit from his escape tunnel, ruining Karen's favourite suit. The smell in a confined space would have been appalling, particularly when you factor in that prison is best known for its exclusively bean-based menu.
I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take any more of your shit.
It's a testament to the talent of Clooney and Lopez that the pair managed not to gag. Neither is a method actor, so it's fake shit.
You want to take it to my place, get cleaned up, come out of the bathroom with your aftershave on, and she goes, "Oh, I had you all wrong."
No, I just want to talk to her again. That's all. I want to see what it might have been like under normal circumstances.
Foley is a career criminal, but decides he wants to try and have a moment with Sisco unrelated to his crime capers or her vocation, which is to send him back to prison. A number of flashbacks fill in some of the blanks for how the climactic caper comes together, with an interesting contrast between the locations in the first and second half of the film. Early on, we're in Florida, bright and colourful, before we move to a wintry Detroit, cold and dark, with the film also becoming darker towards the end. I mean, they're both shitholes, just in different ways. Of course, a US Marshal and a career criminal on the run don't have much of a future, so we are treated to an interlude where Foley and Sisco meet up and have a bit of a do-over of their first encounter.
I'm Gary.
I'm Celeste.
One for the shippers, but without the hysteria. The film is dotted with great performances from Don Cheadle as the main antagonist Snoopy, Albert Brooks as their asshole Mark, and Ving Rhames as Foley's buddy, who's conveniently also named Buddy. Catherine Keener is excellent as Foley's ex-wife Adele, a ditzy magician's assistant. Louise Guzman almost steals the show as a con whose prison break is foiled by Foley as a cover for his own escape. Dennis Farina appears as Sisco's dad, and Michael Keaton pops up for a few scenes as the married FBI agent Karen's been seeing. So, J-Lo has a thing for Batman. For dialogue this good to work, you need a cast capable of pulling it off, and Soderbergh cast this film well, unlike, say, casting George Clooney as Batman.
Okay, hit the hinges. Put your finger in the air, man. It's gonna be loud. All right, on 3.
There's a great lo-fi funk soundtrack, snappy dialogue, excellent performances from the cast, and energetic direction from Soderbergh.
You win, Jack.
It leads to a film that wasn't a big hit, but has become acknowledged as a classic by anybody who's seen it. It's more fun and consistent than the flabby but fun Ocean's films, oozes sexual tension in a way that's the complete opposite of Attack of the Clones, and is great to see future film stars work together, rather than surrounding themselves with lesser-known actors to support massive egos and paydays of A-listers. So, if you had only seen Jennifer Lopez in this film, you'd be forgiven for thinking she'd have a great career in movies, but the movie business's loss was a gain for forgettable pop music. Clooney would mix serious films with enjoyable lightweight fluff, but to me, this is the film that defined the popular image of Clooney, the likeable and charming rogue. Like Han Solo before everybody suddenly decided they hated Han Solo. What if George Clooney played Han Solo instead of Batman? Just imagine. Karen Sisco imagines.
Bueno, I'm the same guy.
Tell him that he has to wait in the hall, that you have to get dressed. Say it loud.
Wait in the hall, you have to get dressed!
So just why did this film fail to find an audience when it was released in 1998? Bad timing, bad marketing, or just bad luck? I mean, it's no disaster, unlike George Clooney as Batman.
I say, let fate decide.
Let fate decide. What are you, the fucking Dalai Lama now?
Steven Soderberg went on to direct a lot of interesting films, mixing personal projects with bigger films. Some well received like Erin Brockovich, Traffic, and the Oceans Trilogy, and Magic Mike. And of course, things that probably sounded better on paper, like Logan Lucky. God, Logan Lucky was awful. It's like finding a fresh body dumped in your garden. That's how awful.
You must really see yourself as some kind of Clyde Barrow, huh?
You mean a Bonnie and Clyde?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Out of Sight is that special film that has everybody bring in their A game.
Oh my God. It's beautiful.
The performances are all perfect, camera work, editing and sound, just gel like Stam Fine extra strong hairspray, now with the strength of superglue, because we put superglue in it.
You know, I never thought it made sense, though. You know, the way they got together so quick. I mean, romantically.
If you have never seen Out of Sight, just drop everything and go and see it. But yeah, obviously not if you're holding anything made of glass or porcelain or breakable or any sort of child that you are remotely attached to. In which case, carefully set down anything you may be holding and then go and watch Out of Sight. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment below, or check out one of our other videos. But first, go and see Out of Sight.